Two life-changing events occurred. One was for myself, and the other one was for orphans in India. A friend of my dad's came along from Lisbon, and we were sitting in the conservatory, and he said to me, "There is a job to do, and you are the one to do it." He said to me that the piece of land that was in India, that belonged to my grandparents, could be donated to charity, and that we could build an orphanage there. And my job was not only to convince my relatives to give that up, but also to make sure that we build it and build an orphanage there. I thought this was a brilliant idea. The convincing was easy, but the building was not that easy. But anyway, having said that, 2 or 3 years later, we were able to build an orphanage for 1,000 children. And it's still going 15 to 20 years later. I did my first overseas project, and that was something very simple. That was to send braille machines to blind people, and to send footballs, something very simple again, to people in Romania. Now, these are children who were held captive under the Ceausescu regime, which I'm sure 1 or 2 of you will remember. So we did that. Now you can see how long ago this is, because Aslam had more weight on him, and I have more hair on my head, as you can see. I went to a funeral in Leicester, and I got this young chap after the funeral come along to me and say, "I've heard of the work you do, blah, blah. Would you like to do something with me?" And you know something, when you do this sort of work, you do get lots of people coming to you, and 99% of them don't connect with you. So I thought, yeah, I think he's one of those guys, you know. Anyway, so he says, what I think we should do is send some equipment around the world. So I said, good idea, how shall we do it? So he says, you can, with your influence, get the hospitals decanting all the unused but usable equipment that is in working order, and I will collect it from you, transport it, store it, and ship it. I thought that's a fantastic idea if it works, because the equipment was free. General Hospital was closing down in Warsaw, as were 1 or 2 other hospitals. St. Giles, I think, was one of the other hospitals that was closing. So I thought this was a brilliant idea. So in this way, we were able to service many, many countries, including India, Pakistan, Nigeria, and South Africa. You know, high-profile figures such as Bob Geldof and Bill Gates automatically have a high global impact. Whereas people like us, you know, it's absolutely impossible. But it doesn't mean that we cannot bring hope and serve humanity, even if this is in a small way. Bill Gates and others do things globally, whereas when we first set up shop for Mayat, set out to look at a country where we thought, well, let's look at a biggest section of a country. Look at the population, see what the needs are, look at our resources, and see how we can, in fact, service this country.